My name is Mike Meyer. My wife Carla and I have been married for 32 years, and we have 4 kids. And we've been attending Foundry since we moved here to Houston about 9.5 years ago. Recently, God reminded me that He's never done with us. The last 18 months has really been probably most difficult for me in corporate America. I was increasingly on the downside of every organizational change that occurred, and it was pretty clear my days were numbered at this organization. So I started looking around outside the organization and praying that God would open doors. And then it happened. I was offered an early retirement. So I said, great, that's my ticket. I'll take the early retirement. But I felt God stirring me in a couple of different ways. One, stirred me to have peace in the midst of the chaos. And 2, He encouraged me to be generous. And He just kept reiterating, become more of a river and less of a reservoir when it comes to finances. Be a blessing to others. And I said, God, you realize my employment is coming to an end. My income is coming to an end very soon. And I have 6 people that are dependent upon me. I have a mortgage to pay, healthcare needs, and you want me to start giving more money away when I was already giving some. He kept saying, trust me in the process. Trust me in the process. Have peace in the midst of the chaos. 2 people that I spoke with about, hey, is this really God talking to me? What do you think? Doesn't this sound crazy? Tell me I don't have to do this, right? And both of them said, look, you can't outgive God. And then again, I was encouraged to look in Malachi where it says, test me in this. The only place in Scripture it says to test God is in the area of giving. And I felt like I'd already been giving, but when I felt like He was asking me to step up the giving and give more, even in the midst of an unemployment situation, I felt an incredible amount of peace about doing that. As we were coming up on my unemployment date, started stepping up my giving. I gave more to the church, I gave more to charities, I gave to people who asked, started tipping more for waiters and waitresses in restaurants. I tried to be obedient to what God was trying to tell me to do. And then as it turns out, as I approached the retirement date, my company wanted to bring me back as a contractor. I had the opportunity to retire, take a package, and come back immediately the very next day. Never missed a paycheck, and I had an incredible amount of peace in the midst of a lot of chaos happening at work. But I've actually learned to appreciate the fact that throughout the whole process, God was right there with me. It's been a very difficult season in a lot of ways, but I see God's hand throughout as I look back. And I've experienced an incredible amount of peace, more time with family, more ability to do things I want to do, and less stress and headache at work. A few months ago, I reached out to Pastor Ray. I told him the story about this season at work, and he told me what's happening at Foundry. And I got very excited about the next generation. I got excited about the next steps and trying to get people deeply connected into the church and with each other relationally as well as with God. And that's an incredibly exciting opportunity. And I think it aligns nicely with what I've been learning over the last 18 months, which is prayerfully seek God's guidance. Prayerfully try to be obedient and follow where God is leading you. And you will see amazing things happen in your life and in the life of the church as well.